realized some weird things that actually work in my benefit. But it really first begins with this principle of giving more than you take, whether it's a poker game or a party or real life or anything. And when it comes to private games, it helps if you suck, or at least they think that the value of putting you in the game, because every player has a little bit of value by the fact that they play, because games need players that run, but basically they gamble that you're going to be enough value for the game that they'll make money and that you're not going to piss off the whole table. Sometimes they are looking for good players in the game if the VIPs don't really care who they play against. This is the case with certain VIPs that really want to challenge, that just don't really care whether they play against top pros or whatever it is. This happened to be the case for a certain very well-known game in Asia that ran. The host of the game, and literally my approach was, hey, how do I get into this game? That was basically what I said. And then they started giving me opportunities to do them favors. And because of the fact that I'm a top pro and they could pick from any of the top pros, they have to have some kind of reason to develop some sort of relationship with me. So I decided to go out of my way to lend them money and do other kinds of favors, etc. A very interesting situation came up. This guy who hosted very big parties in LA, who's a successful businessman, I forget his name, he revealed that one of his secrets to success was that even when he didn't have much money at all, once upon a time, an elderly lady who had all the connections in the world needed $25,000. He emptied out his pockets to help her, to lend her money for an emergency situation that came up. He knew that this lady was good for it because of her reputation and that she could open up all the doors for him. He didn't tell her that this was like all his money. I don't know if that would have helped or hurt him, but this helped her, and in return, she opened up all the doors for him in her own scene, and this helped him gain loads and loads of business and make all the right connections. And relatively shortly, once upon a time, a few people got in trouble with the FBI for sports betting, whether it's a legitimate claim or not, or whether the FBI is in the right about this or not. They needed money, and they couldn't post it themselves for bail, and they needed $1 million so that they could only be on house arrest instead of bail. And they couldn't post it themselves because apparently this is what makes them more compliant with the FBI. I don't really know how it works. So guess who was one of the few people who posted bail? I was not the only one, of course, but there are other people doing them favors, myself. And so they looked to me, and I happened to be able to help them, and I helped them. And sure enough, I did get all my money back. I did make sure it was safe before I did this. And sure enough, I got into the game. One of the biggest things that helped me get into the game is solidify a relationship with these people. But basically, sometimes playing in the political game really can work out for your favor if all you do is figure out what people want and give it to them.